Welcome to Way Conveyor Training, brought to you by Beacon Engineered Solutions. Thank you to Chad Wren for writing the instruction and demonstrating the tasks. You may be asking yourself, what is a way conveyor? Our way conveyors are small inclined conveyors with a scale and full box indicator built in. When do I use it? Well, the simple answer would be when your work order tells you to. So, on your work order in the tool number cell, it will have a WC after the tool number. This means way conveyor. This means you should do everything in your power to use a way conveyor on that job. The other answer would be, whenever you can. If you think a job could benefit from using a way conveyor, use it and fill out a JM to have the WC added to the tool. Now we get to the how. First, we will plug in the scale. The manufacturer suggests letting it warm up for 30 minutes prior to use. So, if you are setting up a job with a WC, make sure you plug it in before the setup begins. When you plug it in, we need to start the conveyor. Turn the scale off. Press and hold 0. Then while still holding 0, press on off. Display should show F-00 with the 00 blinking. You will press the number 5 and then press enter. This puts the scale into the comparator function. Next, the display will show F-05-01 and the number 2 will be blinking. Press enter. The number 2 will set the way conveyor to compare all stable data. When the display shows F-05-02 and the 0 is blinking, press enter. This will set the way conveyor to compare count data. The next setting is the upper limit of count. This must be a minimum of the box quantity plus the number of cavities in a mold. This will prevent the way conveyor from missing a full box because too many parts went in at the same time. The display will show F-05-03. To calculate this number, it is box quantity and number of cavities in the mold. For example, if my box quantity is 20 and I have a 2-cavity mold, I would enter 22 and then press enter. Setting the lower limit, which is F-05-04, is just the box quantity. So, I would enter 20 and then press enter. Now we will set our beeps. Display will show F-05-05, and this will be set to 010. Press enter. To save our settings that we just entered, we need to power cycle the way conveyor. The display should say F-06-01. You need to press on off button and then press on off button again. After 30 minutes of scale warm up, we need to level our scale with adjusting feet. Verify all adjusting feet are touching the support frame. Verify the bubble is in the red circle on the scale. Now, we will determine unit weight by a sample of parts. Press 0 with nothing on the scale. Next, center your empty box on the scale. Move the scale to make sure box is under conveyor. Verify scale is still level. Make sure nothing is touching the box or the scale and then press tare. Weight display should show 0.000. Now, you can select your sample size by pressing sample. You can choose one of the preset sample sizes, or you can type in your own sample size, then press enter. We are going to use a sample size of 5 pieces. After sample size is selected, place sample quantity in the box on the scale and then press enter. The larger the sample size, the more accurate the unit weight calculated by the scale. This is just like the scales we use throughout production for part counting. If it cannot calculate based on your sample size, it will prompt you to add more. Now the way conveyor is ready to count parts. When your box reaches the box quantity, the red light and buzzer will activate. When this happens, remove the box from the scale. Place an empty box on the scale. Verify it is tared at 0 with new box. Press tare if weight does not read 0. Then press reset button on top of red light and the conveyor should start. The system will not reset until full box is removed from the scale.
So, to recap, plug in scale. Hold 0 and press on off at the same time. First setting is F-05-01. The 2 should be blinking. Press enter. This will set to compare all stable data. Second setting F-05-02. 0 should be blinking. Press Enter. Sets compare count data. Third setting F-05-03 sets upper limit. This should be box quantity plus number of cavities in mold. Press Enter. Fourth setting F-05-04 is lower limit. This should be box quantity. Press Enter. Fifth setting F-05-05 is beep settings. This should be 010. Now we will save the settings by power cycling. Press on off and then press on off again. Warm up for 30 minutes. Level scale at press. 0 scale. Tear scale with empty container on it. Select sample size, press Enter. Place sample number in box and press Enter. When box is full, red light and buzzer go off. Remove box from scale and put new empty box on. Tear that box and then press reset button, red light. And you are good to go. Thank you for going through Weigh Conveyor training. You can submit questions or concerns through the training module or through our feedback button. Have a great day.